We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Red, 60, orange. You. Ready, go.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
On first down, Proctor. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Throwing again. Proctor. It's caught by Davis.
Complete to Corey Davis. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Looking to throw. Proctor. It's caught by Herndon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First down, Titans, gain of 12. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Hubbard. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Proctor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Set 70, Indy. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hit it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Proctor. And he'll find Hall. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Here we go. 66. Watch the screen. Hey, Delta. 5.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Chris Herndon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
He's going to launch this thing. Wait it. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Over 30 yards there, and 1st downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, box trot. Big river.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Josh Allen in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Proctor. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And in this 1st quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 46. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
First and 10 at the 40.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. These two teams all tied after one.
Let's go. 7. Ready? 30 base. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Ready, ready.
On 1st and 10, Proctor. He's got Herndon, his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, orbit. Mike, 45.
Looking to throw. Proctor completes it to Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Open man is Davis. He's got it for the Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 13. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. Proctor uncorks one for Davis. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A big play there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
They'll drop the throw, and he's going to go down again. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
On second down now, it's Hubbard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
I'm ready. Check. Double dog. That's the way. 44, Mike.
Hey, high 7.
Come on now.
Get it.
Looking to throw. Proctor looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll return it from the 6.
We got this.
At their own 12-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Right there, 54 miles. Watch the blood, watch the blood, watch the blood. Watch blood, motion, blood. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Proctor. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Looking deep downfield. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. Now, remember, they had 2 last week in the win. Obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team, and he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Hard.
Alert 3.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Titans. In for the score. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Focus, defense, focus. Ready, go.
Back to throw here. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And Oliver in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
Ready.
Elsewhere, they have gone to the 3rd quarter now in Dallas. And the Cowboys now, they've opened things up in that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready.
Off the play fake. Proctor. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4.
He's coming.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
60 outlaw. 59. Recon, 152 fighter. He's coming.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun on 3rd down. Proctor over the middle, complete. That's Hubbard. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard, and they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Back to throw. Proctor. This one caught by Davis. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that going back and watching.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Alpha. Set a tone. Ready, go.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Wide, bravo. Set, go.
Now back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Nice 7, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. We own them. We own them. 54's Mike, 54's Delta. Watch 54. 7.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Titans. The trot, and now off to the races down the right side. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Ready. 90 Wolf.
On first down, Hubbard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
70, Indy. Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hubbard. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's 3rd and 11.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll try the left side. Hubbard. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, with